Let me make sure the sound's going. Let me see here. What is up, Raider Nation? How are you guys doing today, man? I haven't talked to you guys in a hot minute, so it's nice to talk to you again. I've made some changes to my room, as you guys can see. I put that flag up over there, and I moved my chair. So now, instead of facing towards my closet right there, we're gonna face this way. So I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to join. I got a big announcement of an event that's happening this Thursday, and I'm going to address it with you guys. And we got a lot to talk about. It's been a hot minute since I've let the nation know what's going on with me. And if you guys haven't already, since we're here, if you guys haven't already, give me a second. If you guys haven't already, you guys should go add the official Instagram of the channel. I've been working hard on it. If you guys follow me, you guys have seen that I've made a lot of posts, such as 4th of July post. Here it is. It's called M Raider. M Raider. It's M_Raider 9. They gave me. And I've made a lot of posts. I want to talk about this post in particular. I got very lucky with this post, so we're gonna talk about a lot of things. But if you guys haven't already, I'd appreciate if you guys go follow the official Instagram of the channel. And yeah, so we're probably gonna get into it now. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. So what's going on with you guys? I know you guys are gonna join momentarily, so I'm not gonna freak out about it. But like I said, I made the changes to my room, and we're back here today. So let's get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about. First, I want to talk about something that happened to me this week. So Josh Jacobs, as you know, has become a friend of the channel. Josh Jacobs, the other day, I posted a picture of me wearing Josh Jacobs jersey that my mom got me for my birthday, but it was on back order because he hadn't chose his number yet, and he hadn't chose his number yet, and they couldn't give me the jersey, but he finally chose his number, and my jersey finally came in, so I got the Jacobs 28 jersey. Anyway, I posted it for you guys to see, and I ended up getting a suspicious like from somebody, and it said your picture has been liked by I am _Josh Jacobs. And I figured, okay, this is the fan account. This isn't the real thing. So I go and I look, and it has the verified check mark. So shout out to Josh Jacobs for liking the picture. Shout out to him for recognizing what the channel can be. And finally, I've been recognized by a famous Raider. But now, speaking about Josh Jacobs, we got to get negative. Josh Jacobs has been rumored to be holding out for money. There's been rumors that he's not going to show up for training camp when training camp starts on the 27th for the rookies. But listen, guys, I know that there could be a lot of stir. I think I know that could be a problem for some Raider fans, but for me, that's not a problem at all. I know it'll get done. Although I don't appreciate how holdout's even on his mind, considering that he's a rookie and he has yet to get paid. I mean, yeah, that's why he's holding out, but I don't appreciate how a holdout is on his mind to even think about a holdout. That's what I don't like. I don't like that he's even thinking about holding out. That's not what you want if you're a rookie, especially if you're a rookie. I mean, I know Joey Bosa did it a few years back, but still, I don't appreciate how a holdout is even on his mind. But hey, I mean, what can I do about it? It's his money. Victor Fur reported the other day that he is holding out for, get this, he's holding out for an extra $300,000 bonus. $300,000 bonus. Really, bro? Your agent must be Joel Siegel, or else something's wrong with you. um, um, yeah, you, something must be wrong with your agent. Anyway, like I said, I don't appreciate it how he's holding out, but I know it'll get done. I'm not worried about it, but like, just the thought of it, I don't like it. I mean, what can I do about it? It's his money. But okay, imagine you're a running back starting running back who got drafted in the first round, being homeless in his childhood. Imagine that, along with the fact that he had to go sleep in a car. Okay, imagine not having any money and knowing the value of money in your later years of age. Imagine holding out for $300,000 when being approached about a movie made about you. I don't know, but I mean, I'm not mad about it, but I'm just thinking about it methodically. Like, I wouldn't do that if I were Josh Jacobs. But Josh Jacobs is a good friend of mine now because he liked my picture. You know, we talked. He's a really cool guy. He wanted me to tell you guys that the channel is gonna grow strong and big, and that you know we're a good fan base. So there you go. But he's a really cool guy. He's really a nice guy. Uh, he's really chill, really willing to talk to people that bother him. You know, usually when parents slide into NFL players' DMs, they don't respond, but he's been really generous on that front. But yeah, shout out to him for liking the picture. Shout out to him for holding out and giving me a story to talk about. So I really do appreciate Josh Jacobs a lot. I appreciate him a bunch. So yes, Josh Jacobs is now a fan of the channel, a friend of the channel. I'm gonna try to get in contact with him and see if he can answer a few questions for you guys, or hey, maybe even beyond the channel in some capacity. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, so he's a really cool guy. If you guys talk to him, I know you guys will like him. There's nothing not to like about him. He's a really cool guy. And I think that the fact that he grew up homeless and stuff makes him humble. And you got to appreciate that from a lot of NFL players that are like that. You know, humble NFL players are the best kinds. So, shout out to Josh Jacobs for liking the picture. Shout out to him for the follow, and shout out to him for our little mini conversation. So, maybe I'll get him on the channel one day. Who knows? If you guys want to see that, spam I am Josh Jacobs in the comments on my post. But yeah. So like I said, I wouldn't worry about Josh Jacobs' holdout. It's his problem. It's his issue. I know he'll get it done. But I also don't think he should have been blocking people on Instagram and Twitter. He posted something on Twitter saying he was going to block people that added him about a contract. That's not making him look good. And I think that he realized that because he deleted the post shortly after. But hey, I mean, you lose some, you win some. And clearly here he lost. But it's cool. Um, so yeah. Shout out to Josh Jacobs for everything that he's done over the past 2 days for my channel. It means a lot. It really does. Um, maybe I can get him to autograph the picture. Maybe I can get him to autograph my jersey, I should say. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Josh Jacobs for everything that he's done for the channel within the last 3 or 4 days. Anyways, Raider Nation, next thing up, I want to talk about Ken Stabler here. And I don't know if you guys saw my thumbnail, but I ended up finding this picture here. It's a Ken Stabler picture of him going against the Browns. So as you guys know, I went on a mini tirade on Instagram on the page. Um, I went on a mini tirade about Ken Stabler not getting Ken Stabler's family not getting their concussion settlement money. That's not cool, NFL. Like I read the article on Deadspin.com. You guys should go read it. Just look up Deadspin.com and find the story that says football ruined Ken Stabler's life. That's how it is. Oh, Ken Stabler's brain. So pretty much rundown. You know, I went through the little rant, but rundown. A rundown real quick. So they said his family has said that in the later years of his life, he became sensitive to small noises like clacking or like, washes dishing. You know, when they clack together, like they make that big. You know, like when you're washing dishes, it makes that big noise. Yeah. Well, apparently that caused him to get anxiety, and he would grind his teeth to the point where he would break his jaw. He broke his jaw once. And then on top of that, he had stage 3 CTE and he had Alzheimer's. On top of all that, he would forget where he was, what his name was, or sometimes he would forget. Sometimes he would forget, like where to go, how to drive, or sometimes his family would turn on music in the car, and like he would get like nervous from that, and he would just start sweating and have anxiety almost. And he would get really noise distress, emotional distress, pretty much. So that's pretty sad. I think it's even sadder how the NFL has said that the family of Ken Silver can't get the cash settlement because of the window. Apparently, there was a window. They said there was a window between October 25th, 2015, when he died, and July, I think they said July 8th, from when he and he died on July 25th of 2015. So I think it's pretty sad how the NFL doesn't want to give the Stabler family cash settlements. Because I mean, really, like you know what it did to his brain. You've seen what it did to his brain, and like that just not cool. That really isn't cool. I mean, the NFL lawyers, they all suck. I mean, they just do. They all suck. There's no other way to put it. There's really, I don't know how else I can put it. There's really no other way to put it, and it's pretty sad. But I mean, it's the honest truth. Whatever way you want to spin it, that just it's the honest truth. I mean, it really is. So it's pretty sad, but I mean, what can we do about it? If it were me, I'd give the Stabler family their cash settlement that they rightfully deserve based on, what Kenny went through in the end of his life, whether it was noise distress or brain damage or CTE or Alzheimer's disease or knee replacement surgery. That was another thing they were talking about. That he almost 2 weeks before he died, he scheduled a knee replacement surgery to get his knee replaced. Obviously, that never happened because he passed away. But I mean, anyway, they should give him some kind of cash settlement. On top of that, I'm not done yet. On top of that, NFL, listen here, okay? You need to give his family his gold jacket and his ring, and his bust and his ring. I mean, I know they're gonna give Pat Bowlen's family his ring and his gold jacket, but they need to do that for every deceased Hall of Famer. That's not okay. And even Mark Davis, and I gotta give Mark Davis some credit here. I usually don't do that, but Mark Davis even said himself that it's not cool that he has his father's gold jacket and ring, but yet Bruce Allen doesn't have his dad's gold jacket or ring. Bruce Allen is the general manager of the Redskins, by the way. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that the NFL needs to settle with the Stabler family. There's a lot of things. The Stabler family deserves a lot of justice from the NFL because the way that the Stabler family has been treated by the Stabler family, the way the NFL treated the Stabler family is not okay. And if I was a lawyer, I would want justice for the Stabler family. In fact, I want justice for the Stabler family because the way they've been treated is not cool. Enough said. But yeah, that was just my little rant. So yeah. So next, I want to talk about another thing. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and that was our slot receiver position. As you guys know, training camp is coming up, and I think with training camp starting, I want to start a series where we divulge into the biggest training camp questions, especially because Hard Knocks is going to film it for us. So yeah, first question I want to answer today is who's going to be our slot receiver? Who's going to take over the slot? I mean, you think about it. Tyrell Williams is set. Antonio Brown is set. And other than that, it's a wild card. I mean, our tight end position is a wild card. Our slot position is a wild card. Our outside receiver position is a wild card. So, I mean, I think personally, I think the slot position will go to Hunter Renfrow because Hunter Renfrow, I think he's like a Ryan Switzer 2.0. He's like that shifty wide receiver with a small frame who can get lost in space, get lost in coverages, and be speedy and get through the coverages pretty quickly. So I think that will give him an advantage. Plus, he's really good at kick returns. As seen in Clemson, he did really good on kick returns, and he's got good hands, which will also help in big moments when the Raiders need to win a game. So I think that will help him. And if not Hunter Renfrow, maybe J.J. Nelson. I think the slot position will come down to speed and size. That's what I gotta say. Because I mean, Hunter Renfrow's got the speed and the size and the hands and the quickness. Think about that. Think about how he can get lost into space and how he's a very shifty receiver who can get into space. A lot of these honestly, I don't want to sound racist here, but I'm just gonna say it right here, right out. A lot of these wide receivers have followed after Wes Welker. A lot of them have followed after Wes Welker. A lot of them, really, which is pretty cool. A lot of them have followed after him, and that makes it really cool to see these wide receivers, especially white wide receivers, come around in the NFL and do what they do best. And honestly, I think Hunter Renfrow's skill set Kind of reminds me of Christian McCaffrey or Jacoby Ford. You know what? Uh, Hunter Renfro's Raider comparison, I think it's Jacoby Ford. Jacoby Ford did some of the same exact things. You know, he was that speedy type of guy who would get lost in space, would be good on kick and punt returns, almost like a Cordero Patterson type of guy. But I think Hunter Renfro will solidify the slot position only because of his hands. His hands are gonna help him out with the big justice. If not Hunter Renfro, then maybe JJ Nelson. I expect him to be a preseason cut. By the way, I don't think JJ Nelson is that good. Like, I mean, yeah, he's used on kick and punt returns, but he's not that. He doesn't have that much notoriety to his career. He's not that good. I don't think he's that good. But if not Hunter Renfro, then yeah, I go with JJ Nelson. You know, JJ Nelson has, the speed, and he's really tall and he's really big. So he's not good at catching, but I think he can get it done. If not JJ Nelson, then you start looking down and deeper into the 2018 roster, and maybe Marshall Aitman. Marshall Aitman, big size wide receiver who's really good at catching. A 7th-round pick who should have been at least a 5th or 6th-round pick. I think Aitman's underrated. Aitman can get it done. He's not your number one receiver, but he's a surefire, at least plug and play type of receiver, almost like the Patriot way almost. But I think he can also get it done. And if not him, another player that I think can get it done is a good friend of mine, a good friend of the channel as well. Well, not really, but Kalen Doss. I think Kalen Doss is a really good. I think Kalen Doss will make the roster. I mean, he was being pursued by at least 22 NFL teams in the undrafted free agency pool. So I think that Kalen Doss will definitely make the roster. I think that if he makes the roster, he'll be a number 4 receiver. But then again, the Raiders could do those type of 2 tight end set type of things where they can put in like 2 receivers at once, almost like a wheel route. So it'll be really interesting to see who they choose for the slot position. But I think Kalen Doss can do it as well. Kalen Doss comes from a pretty notoriety of a school, and he's liked by a lot of the NFL teams, and I think he fits really well with the NFL offense, especially with the innovative offenses who really are more reliant on passing nowadays and running. I think Kalen Doss can fit in very well. But like I said, the winner chicken dinner has got to be, in my opinion, Hunter Renfro. Hunter Renfro, I think, will get it done. I think his hands will help him a lot, and his clutchness. He's really clutch. When you need him the most, he comes up clutch. And his size and his speed, which will help him get lost in coverages, will help him a ton too. So yeah, I think that's my little take on that. Shout out to I want to give a shout out real quick. I want to give a shout out to Raider Mike. Raider Mike is a good friend of mine. He made a YouTube channel. Well, he made an Instagram account about his YouTube channel. He posted an awesome highlight video the other day, which I thought was pretty cool. I watched it like 10 times. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. So yeah, I honestly think with the slot position too. I want to say one more thing. I think with the slot position too, all those receivers almost look the same. Like they have the same skill set. They're all from small schools. They're all little regarded receivers. So I think they'll be good Hard Knocks stories. And I know for a fact that Hard Knocks will take into consideration to show that slot receiver position battle. I think that they all share a common camaraderie with the fact that they're small school receivers who aren't really narrating names. I mean, because nobody knew Hunter Renfro before the catch. In the 2016 national championship game, nobody in name knew Hunter Renfro. Nobody did. Nobody, not a single soul. So yeah, Hunter Renfro is rated a 70 overall in Madden, by the way, Madden 20. So but yeah, not a single soul knew who Hunter Renfro was. So I that's gonna be an interesting battle to see. So like I said, I think the winner chicken dinner will be Hunter Renfro. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, either in Instagram or here in YouTube. But yeah. And the last thing I really wanted to talk about was the big announcement. The big announcement, and I'll make sure I post it on my story too, because I know some of you guys might not watch the whole video, which is fine. But I'll even post it on my my story and my postings. I'm going to Seattle next week. or more like this week. On Thursday, I'm leaving to Seattle. My aunt has to go sell at a Raider convention in Seattle, and it's like I said, it's in Seattle. It's an indoor thing. There's gonna be a lot of Raider Nation there. I know that Gorilla Rilla is supposed to be a special guest. He's gonna be there, and I also know some Raider player from like the '60s is gonna be there as well. Although I can't remember what his name was. Um, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to Seattle. It's gonna be nice. I have a few vlogs planned for you guys. Um, I'm going with my cousins. We're planning to go see the CenturyLink Field where the Seahawks play. We're gonna go see the Space Needle. Because that's like the Seattle staple. And then we're planning to go to the Raider event, and you guys are gonna definitely get a vlog out of that. Speaking of vlogs, this will be way better than the Raider Crusaders event. In fact, the coordinator who was part of that Raider Crusaders event, I actually DM'd him the other day, and I asked him because he hadn't sent me my autographed picture of me and Jalen Richard at that event. Because remember, I went and I was supposed to get a Jalen Richard autograph picture because I was part of the red package, where you would get an autograph and a picture with your favorite player of your choice. You know, um, and I haven't got the picture yet, so I decided to DM him. I'm like, hey, dude, I haven't got my picture yet. Where is it? He said, send me your picture numbers and I'll send you the picture. I'll send you the autograph and the picture of you and Jalen Richard in this case. I'm like, okay, so I sent him the my photo numbers and I sent him my email for him to shoot me an email with the pictures. Nothing. So yeah, the coordinator of the Raider Crusaders, he's a fraud. You heard it here first. He's a big fraud. And this will be a ton better than the Raider Crusaders event, no matter what way you look at it. Trust me, guys. I can almost guarantee you this is going to be way better than the Raider Crusaders. Raider Crusaders event I went back to back in I think it was May. Yeah. It was rainy that day. It was a mess. This is indoors and uh, yeah, whatever you do not participate. Do not even think about participating in Raider Crusaders events, because the coordinator of the I'm not going to mention names, but the coordinator of those kinds of events in the Raider Crusaders clan or whatever, he's not a good guy. He scams people out of their money. He scams people out of everything. He's not a good person. Yeah, he's not good at all. So do not. I advise all of you Raider Nation, if you guys see a Raider Crusaders event of any sort, do not attend. That's all I gotta say. But yes, this will be a ton better than the Raider Crusaders event. And yes, you guys will get a vlog of me at the Raider convention, because I know I'm gonna be walking around. I know there's going to be people selling, and I know I'm gonna run into Gorilla Rilla, and I know I'm gonna run into a few other Raider Nation fans and foes. So it's gonna be fun. And I also know it's gonna be in a hotel in Seattle. So like I said, you guys probably won't see me again until I arrive in Seattle. I'm gonna keep you guys posted when I go to Seattle. I'll let you guys know what day I go. I think we're gonna be going on a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so stay tuned for the Seattle vlogs. So yeah, just stay tuned. By the way, did you guys see me upload the my 4th of July video? I uploaded me recording fireworks. That'll be the only time you guys don't get a Raider related video on this channel, by the way. But yeah, I hope all you guys had a good 4th of July, and I hope that I hope that nobody was seriously impacted by that earthquake that came out of nowhere. The 7.1 magnitude earthquake in Ridgecrest, California. I hope that nobody was affected, and I pray to all your families if you guys were. So yeah. So I'll see you guys later, Raider Nation. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to Josh Jacobs for his support with the channel. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys in Seattle. By the way, look at my shirt. Shout out to Black Sunday, the clothing brand. So yeah, I'll let you guys know more about Seattle when I get more information. I'll keep you guys posted on the Instagram stories. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, Raider Nation, as always, go Raiders. Hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I had fun talking to y'all.